Welcome back to another episode of the Blue Castle podcast. I am your host, Molly.
And I'm your other host, Sarah.
And today we have one of my personal favorite segments we've done, and it's only going to be the second time we've done it. It is trivia. So in this episode, Sarah is going to be quizzing me on Disney trivia. So play along and let us know on Instagram or TikTok, or if you know us, text us how well you did compared to me, because I have a feeling that dumb luck might make someone do better than I do on this one, because I always talk big when I'm the quizzer, but when I'm the quizzy, I don't actually know if I'm going to do very well.
I wonder if quizzy is a real word. It makes sense, but it sounds funny.
Well, I'm just interviewer, interviewee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the normal format. But anyway, so one thing you didn't know about this trivia is that I decided to make it all Walt Disney World focused. So it's not the whole breadth of the Disney potential. Molly has a Disneyland shirt on that she's holding up. So any of her Disneyland interesting facts that she has stored up, those will for the most part be useless. Yep. But I just kind of got going and I was like, you know what? This is what's speaking to me right now. We're going to Disney. If you haven't listened to our last 10 episodes where we've mentioned it, we are going to Disney World in September, and it is the end of July right now, almost August. So we're a month and a half away at this point.
Almost exactly. I'm pulling up the app to see exactly how far away we are. Been counting down the days.
47 days or 46 days, something like that.
46 days away.
Nice. Wow. It's going to be amazing. And so that I made up this trivia. So I hope that it's not, I tried to steer away from the stuff that's how many panels are on the Epcot ball and stuff like that. That's very you have to just randomly come up with a number. I really wanted it to be things that's helps you learn, almost get better at being a Walt Disney World participant. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or child, depending on who your age is.
Be a better human at doing Walt Disney World. So I don't have a scoring mechanism, but I was thinking we would just steal yours from last time. And if you don't remember, essentially it was your goal was to be positive at the end, and if you get it right, it's a positive point. If you get it wrong, it's a negative point. And then some things can be worth different amounts. So, okay. And then there are a few that aren't really right answers. They're almost more survey says kind of situation. So you have to guess what was the
Family
popular
Feud
answer.
style.
Yeah, a little bit. I was gonna try to make it a surprise later, but I'm just gonna say I asked ChatGPT some things, and so it's what ChatGPT thought was the most popular or whatever of certain categories. So
artificial intelligence versus real intelligence. I guess that remains to be seen, because I might not be really intelligent.
Well, if you're gonna speak poorly of yourself, then it makes it easier for me. I don't have to do it. Anyway,
you could encourage me.
Yeah, that's not really my style. Okay, I think I'm going to get started. So that stuff comes later down the road. We're just going to start with a lot of the things too for me are if you can get 7 of the 9 or 4 of the 5 or whatever, then you get a point. So the first one, we're coming in hot. The question is to list all of the countries in Epcot's World Showcase, and then you get a bonus point if you get them in the right order. But you can just get 1 point if you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Are you going to keep track of
all
points,
but
or
one.
do I need to keep track of my points?
I'll keep track of points.
Oh, good. Okay. So
you have to get all but 1.
I have to get all but 1 to get 1 point.
Mm-hmm. And you can get 2 points if you get them in the correct order, either direction.
Okay. I know that a lot of Disney fans out there are going to be like, this is so easy, but we don't truly go to Disney World that often. So I feel like there's going to be 1 or 2 that I can't remember, but just bear with me. And okay, Okay, I'm going to start with Mexico.
Okay.
There is like the African trade post or whatever that is. It's not like really a country, but there's like the Africa.
I didn't count that one.
Okay, whatever. China.
Okay.
Japan. Norway. France. There's Italy somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
America is somewhere in there. Canada. Am I kind of crushing it? England?
You're getting the right ones. You're definitely not doing them in order.
England, did you get that?
Uh-huh.
How many are left?
1, 2, 3. Oh, 2.
3 are left.
2.
Morocco?
Sorry. Mm-hmm. This last one I don't remember if you said.
USA?
You already said that. Did you see? You've already gotten all but one, so you got the point. Did you say the one where we got beer garden?
Oh, Germany. No, I didn't say that.
Okay, I couldn't. I was kind of catching up as I was keeping track. So that was pretty good. Do you want to attempt doing them in order now that you've kind of laid them all out on the table, or not really?
I was kind of in general going from Mexico over, but I know I had to backtrack. So like I know it starts with Mexico, and then does it go straight into Norway?
Yeah. Yep.
That's kind of jump scare. Like, whoa, so different.
Yeah.
Norway, then is it like the African trade post thing?
I didn't count that, but I think it is.
Then Japan?
No.
China?
Mm-hmm.
Then Japan?
Nope.
What's next? USA?
Germany.
Germany is next. Okay, then Japan?
Nope.
Then USA?
Nope. Almost.
Morocco?
Nope.
What?
Italy.
Canada? No, Italy.
Germany and Italy, they look different, but they kind of blend together. Like they're right next to each other. They're all smushed.
Okay, I think that I've already blown the in order part, so let's just give me the point. Give me the point.
Yeah, you got 1 point. And I'm not doing any. I think this overall is going to be easier, like more likely for Molly to get it, just with me saying like, 2 of 3 or whatever, or in this case, like, I don't know. I think it'll be easier, and so I think there's a good chance you'll be in the positives. So it'll just be.
Something you're not remembering from the time that I quizzed you was that there was something on the line.
I know. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not doing that part.
You're not even going to offer to, like, give me a coffee on our cruise?
No, because I designed it so that you will probably win.
Okay, fine.
Maybe if you get, like, above, I don't know, like 5 or 10. I don't know how difficult. I didn't do, like, the math of, like, how many I came up with, so.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, next one. I'm in the positive, so slay.
Okay, so this one is all about rides. There's like a handful of these. And you have to tell me, it kind of has to do with like the storyline of the ride or like pieces of it. So the first one is, what are the 4 roles, and you have to name all 4, that you can be in Mission Space, the ride? Actually,
Mission Space.
Name 3 of the 4. So you know how there are 4 of you in a cockpit, and there's 4 different roles you can be.
Okay, pilot?
Mm-hmm.
Engineer?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, captain or something. I don't know.
That's kind of what I thought when I first saw this, but no.
Okay,
Something similar. There's 2
mission
more.
specialist.
No.
I don't know. I don't think I know this one.
It's commander and navigator.
I'm not a huge fan of Mission Space, which we've talked about before. So if I'm going to miss one, let it be that.
Yeah. Okay, so this one could be a redemption one because we've done it more times. Do you know what the question's going to be?
Same thing for Millennium Falcon?
Yep. What are the 3 roles you can get in the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run?
There are 2 pilots.
Mm-hmm.
2 engineers.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh gosh. What's the other one?
The hint is shooting things.
Yeah, I know they shoot things, but I remember finding out that like that title shot things and it didn't mean anything to me. I was like, okay. Gunner? Is it a gunner?
Yep.
Oh,
Gunner.
Okay, that does make sense. Okay, never mind. It's the engineer one that doesn't make sense because all you do as an engineer is push a button when it turns red.
Yeah, you're like fixing something by pushing that button. All right, nice
Yay
job.
me! I'm in the positive again.
Yeah, so you didn't get, so you were -1. Sorry, I got to keep up with this. Scorekeeping. Okay, next one. What is this one? It's just a judgment call on my part. If you can get the gist, some of the keywords, key concepts. What is the mission of you as a character in the Rise of the Resistance ride?
Oh, okay.
What journey are you going on?
You're like wanting to join the resistance, but you haven't fully yet, and they're like trying to take you to the base, the resistance base, but it gets intercepted, and they're like, don't give away the location of the base. Mm-hmm. And so you're like a cadet or whatever, but not yet. You're like just a little baby resistance person.
A recruit, yeah.
A recruit, yeah. I'm crushing this, which I know you just said it was designed so that I could maybe have a chance, but I'm like, woo!
You're like, yes, go me. Yeah, no, that's the gist of it. And like you said, you get captured, and so the whole leading up to it, that's kind of the story. And then once you get captured, that's when all the drama happens, and you're like, trying to escape essentially. And
yeah, and it's funny because they're like, don't give away the location of our secret resistance base, and I don't even remember what they said.
Yeah,
in the first
I never
place. So
remember it.
No problem. I couldn't tell them even if I wanted to.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
remember.
Well, Kylo Ren could probably find it from your brain, even though you couldn't find it from your brain. You know what I mean? Like
Joke's on him because it didn't stick in my brain anywhere. So,
well, you may not know that. It may be back in the recesses of your brain. I'm just picturing like, wait, dang it! What's the movie that just came out with the emotions? Inside Out. I'm picturing the brain and Inside Out. It's like it's in a little ball in one of the memories somewhere, but you can't access it.
I don't even think it's there. I think that it. I think I was
really never stuck.
Never stuck one bit.
Okay, next question. Who is the person hiring you at Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run to smuggle the cargo? Or, do whatever it is you're doing.
He's so ugly. What's his name?
Molly, that's rude. He is an alien type person, so
he's not a real person. It's all Disney magic that makes him look that ugly. I don't remember his name, and I don't think I'm going to. But when you say it, I'm gonna go, oh.
His name is Hondo Ohnaka. And
Hondo.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like Japanese to me. It may have been inspired by Japanese or something because it sounds like a car, like Honda, Hondo, and Ohnaka sounds like Osaka, like a place in Japan, I think. So
it might have been inspired by that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like two last names of someone who illustrated on the Star Wars Rebel cartoon. Like they always have names that like call back to other to significant people who contributed in the Disney Star Wars universe.
That's a good thought. That would be a fun fact for real. Sorry, I'm really bad at this. So on the scorekeeping, I keep losing track. So you did get the mission of Mission Space. You got the countries. You got the ride storyline.
I didn't get the mission of Mission Space. That wasn't a question.
Or sorry, I meant Rise of the Resistance.
I did get that, yeah.
Okay, so you're at 1 right now.
Let's stay positive, baby. Literally. And
you're just
figuratively.
By the skin of your teeth. Okay. This one, it could be a slam dunk, or it could just totally have escaped you. We'll see. Who is the narrator of the Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid ride?
The narrator of the Under the Sea Journey of
character?
the Little... What character? What character?
From The Little Mermaid.
I feel like it might be like that seagull. What's his
Final
name?
answer?
Yeah, the seagull.
What is his name? You already locked it in, so no, it's not him.
Aww.
You got that one wrong.
Is it Flounder?
It's Sebastian.
Oh.
Yeah, but what is his name? I'm
looking it up.
Okay,
Mermaid.
yeah.
Scuttle.
Honestly,
he would have been a good choice.
He would have, but I think the ride would have been more annoying. Sebastian's voice is more soothing.
Yeah, and the new Little Mermaid. Love the new Little Mermaid. I thought it was great. I do think Scuttle is so annoying in it, and the song Scuttle sings is awful. I don't remember the actress's name who voices.
Oh, yeah. It's like meant to sound bad, and you're like, but this is actually painful.
It goes on for so long.
Yeah.
Sarah from the future here, editing the podcast, and I have now realized that Molly was correct. Scuttle is kind of the narrator of this ride. He introduces the ride, and I don't think he's like much a part of it throughout, but it's definitely not Sebastian. So I was misinformed by the internet, shocker, and I just didn't remember enough. But anyway, Molly technically got the point for that one. I'll correct the score at the end as well. Sorry.
All right. This is the last question of the rides storyline section. What are the riders searching for in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Gold.
Final answer?
Treasure. Yes. Lock it in.
I was just waiting for you to lock it in without scaring you off from locking it in. No. It's kind of a trick question because I said what and not who. What if I changed it to who? You're still not getting the point if you get it right, but
they're trying to find why do I keep thinking his name's Jack Black? Jack Sparrow.
Yes. Yeah, you did not get it right because
you trickster.
Well, that's how it was worded. Actually, no, I came up with that one. Never mind.
He's not a what, he's a who, and that is disrespectful to his humanity.
Well, I wanted it to be tricky.
Cancel Sarah. Cancel Sarah.
No, I'm so sorry. Well, you know, he never made it clear what his he identifies as a what or who. Okay, anyway, this next one is an interesting one. I feel like you might like this one.
I think I'm negative right now.
Yeah, you are. You're -1. Okay. There are 3 in this category. Over or under is the category. So you've got a 50-50 shot on all of these. So you've got a good chance of coming back here. Okay. World Showcase. Is it over or under 1 mile?
Over or under 1 mile? All the way around or just the countries?
All the way around the area of where the countries are. That whole circle.
So like Mexico to Canada.
Mexico to Mexico.
So yes, all the way around in a circle because the countries don't go on one side.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess technically, but they almost join. That whole circle. Complete circle.
I'm going to say under a mile. Really?
Incorrect. It's over a mile. 1.2 miles.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
I know. All of these are close because over or under, it's kind of like...
You said you wanted me to have a good chance of yes, the odds are good because it's 50%, but like I have never thought about how many miles that was.
But you've walked it before.
I've meandered it. I haven't.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
I'm -2.
Yep, you are correct on that. Okay, next one. Over or under Kilimanjaro Safari Ride average duration. So the amount of time. Over or under 25 minutes.
Under.
Correct.
Yay!
The average duration is 20 to 22 minutes.
I would have guessed like 20 minutes. I you know how I logicked through that in my brain? I thought, okay,
Yes,
I would not have
do.
guessed,
Tell me.
I wouldn't have guessed 25 minutes. Would I have guessed 20 minutes or 30? If I told someone like, hey, save enough time for it, it'll be around X time. I wouldn't say it'll be 30 minutes. I would have said 20. So that's the logic behind my
worked.
genius.
Like the key, I don't know about genius, but the key was think about what you would have said without the number being put in front of your face, basically.
Yeah.
And then you would feel better about it. I like it. It worked for you. Okay, last over or under. It's one of your it has to do with one of your favorite rides, so hopefully you do it justice. And you may know this one.
Okay.
Hollywood Tower Hotel. Over or under 200 feet?
Hollywood Tower Hotel, over or under 200 feet? That's hard. That's hard. I don't know it. I should know it. I feel like I might have seen a fun fact about, like, do you mean to the top of the tower or the drop?
The top of the tower, the very top of the building.
Okay, so the building height. Over or under 200 feet? I'm going to say, okay, a football field with the end zones is like 100 something yards. So without the end zones, it's exactly 100 yards, which is 300 feet. Do I think that building is taller than 2/3 of a football field? Yeah, I do. I think it's over.
Okay, so it's 199 feet. I thought you knew this because I think you've told me this before, so maybe it left your brain. But like most of the buildings in Walt Disney World are just under 200 feet because that was the limit for a long time. And then I think the limit either went away or was like okay for certain areas. So the Swan and Dolphin, I think it's the Swan, whichever one's the taller one with the big kind of triangle shape, that one is like way taller than 200 feet, but tons of the tallest places are just under 200. And the other fun fact here is that Mount Everest, the ride, is 199.5 feet because they wanted it to be taller than Hollywood Tower Hotel. Like the people who designed it were competitive with the...
And it's also exactly to scale at the actual Mount Everest.
Yeah, fun fact. And
they're both 199.5 feet.
And it's a mystery how people can't climb it in a day. It's actually shocking.
Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, I thought you were going to be coming out of that section positive, but you are now -2. So sorry.
You don't sound very sorry.
Well, I don't know. Those maybe were harder than I thought.
Sarah from the future here again. Molly is actually not at -2 at this point. She got +1 for the Scuttle answer instead of -1. So she's actually at 0. So doing better than she thought.
Okay, now we're getting into the ChatGPT section. Very exciting. Okay, so
cool.
This first one is get 4 out of the 5. What did ChatGPT think were the most popular rides at Walt Disney World?
Across all parks?
All parks.
And it doesn't include no water parks, right?
Right.
Okay, most popular rides. Well, you have to tell me when are all of like the recent rides fair game on this, because for a long time ChatGPT hadn't been updated.
Oh, it's hard to know.
Like if I say but if I guess one that is not on the list because it's too new, it can't count against me.
Okay, I would say that is accurate, but also consider ChatGPT what it's looking at. It's looking at all of the blogs and whatever out. I don't know what it's looking at, but if there's not as much written about it, there's not as much data for it to prove that thing is popular. So keep that in mind.
Okay. I'm going to say, first off, Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
And
I'll
there
tell
are
you
5.
that's correct. Yeah.
That's correct. Okay. Space Mountain.
Yep.
Flight of Passage.
Yep.
Oh, I'm doing good. I just need one more. The Tron Light Cycle Run.
No, but I'll give you a pass on that one because it's new enough.
Okay, so then Tiana's won't be on there.
Right.
Okay. One more. What's another big hitter? Tower of Terror.
Nope. But you have one more guess.
One more guess. What to do with the one more guess? Okay. I've got one from Animal Kingdom. Got one from Magic Kingdom. I got one. Okay. Sorry. I haven't done anything from Epcot. So Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
No, but I think it should have been.
New?
It might be too new. It might be too new. I'll give you that one. Okay. So one
That
more
one might be
guess.
Is one of them from Epcot? Can you tell me if there's
No.
even anything? None of them are Epcot?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay, that changes things. Big Thunder Mountain?
Nope. You were so close. I was rooting for you. Okay, you actually got the top 3, and then you lost steam from there. So it's Flight of Passage, Rise of the Resistance, Space Mountain, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which you've never ridden, so I could see how that didn't come to mind, and then Expedition Everest, which we just talked about.
Expedition Everest is really... I mean, the line is never long.
Yeah.
That one's a little weird.
I think it is very popular. It's just scary. Like, that's why... And Animal Kingdom just isn't as busy usually, but it's what I asked ChatGPT a couple different times in different ways just to make sure, and it stayed consistent.
And I guess that makes sense with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because the reason I've never gone on it is because the line is always so long, and I've heard the ride is kind of Like, usually it's, I don't know, you'd have to sacrifice an hour or more of your day, and it's never felt worth it at Magic Kingdom, where there's so many good rides. That's tough. Also, kind of rude that Epcot didn't have any. I really think that...
I know. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it makes sense a little bit, but I feel like Soarin' is just way, like, up there in the classics, but maybe a little too much of, like, a cult following situation.
Guardians should be in there.
Yeah, I think Guardians for sure, and... Tiana's maybe over some time, and maybe Tron. I don't know. Those 3 are all pretty big contenders, but we're kind of biased right now because they're all fresh. So
I can understand Epcot maybe not having a top ride if you don't include Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. But I can't understand Animal Kingdom having 2.
Yeah,
because
I don't know.
Epcot's not like a ride-centric park. But neither is Animal Kingdom, truly. Like, the vibes and the animals are the star of Animal Kingdom.
I kind of agree. I think Flight of Passage definitely earned it, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm not fighting Flight of Passage, but I'm like, I don't know about Expedition Everest.
I just wish I knew. Like, it's impossible really to know, like, how I don't know. Maybe there's a way that ChatGPT you could double click and be like, what was your reasoning? Like, what's your proof?
Maybe. I'm just disappointed because I thought I gave a valiant effort, and I thought all my guesses were pretty good.
You were on a great start, and it was, you kind of lost it there then. Okay, get 3 of the 5 on this one because I thought it was a little bit trickier.
Okay.
What does ChatGPT think is the most beautiful thing to see at Walt Disney World?
Okay.
Top 5 most beautiful things.
Okay, I'm going to say fireworks show at Magic Kingdom.
Okay, I'll give you that. They said happily ever after, but that's the current one, so.
Yeah, okay. The Epcot ball at night?
Nope.
Okay, then they're wrong.
I know. I kind of agree. I was a little bit offended that the Epcot ball didn't make it.
Okay. So I've got one of them. Is another one another fireworks show?
No.
Okay. No drones, because that's new, and that's also limited time.
No drones.
Okay. Prettiest things to see. Pandora?
Yes.
Okay, and then...
So you've gotten 2 out of 3, so you have 2 more guesses to get 1.
I feel like the Moana Way of Water area could be a contender, but I don't think it's going to have that yet. I don't think that...
Good logic.
Good logic, okay. And then maybe like something to do with the World Showcase? All the countries?
You've gotten the ones that I didn't think that I thought would throw you off. That is correct. It's Epcot World Showcase in general.
Oh, yay. So I have one more guess to spare, and I've already won.
You've already won it, yeah.
Oh, goody. I won't go more negative on this. Okay, one more guess to spare. I've gotten one in Animal Kingdom. Keep going. I was going to say, I think that one of them is super obvious that you haven't gotten. In my opinion, it was the most obvious thing. The castle?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of, in my mind, that's like that area is already checked off because of Happily Ever After. Like, you can't say two of the most beautiful things are staring at the same feature, just with different lights on it. But
anyway,
I
can see what you're saying. Yeah.
Fair enough. But either way, victory for me on that one.
Yes, you got
I'll
that one.
take it.
Do you want to hear what the last one was? The other last one?
No. Yes, I do.
I'm like, you should be like beating down the door asking. No,
Why?
it's the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life. I think the Tree of Life made it because of all of the like carvings on the tree, the base of the tree and stuff. But yeah,
it's not like stunning like a lot of the other things
not
are.
in the daytime, but it is extremely cool lit up when they highlight like the engravings with light, then make them kind of come to life. That part's really cool.
And if you thought it was a real tree, like if you were a little kid and you thought that was a real tree, that would be awe-inspiring. But it's true. It's not.
It's not, unfortunately. But it was made with lots of love and attention from Imagineers, so it was birthed of geniuses. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The next one is the last Chat GPT question. Get 3 of the 5. I should have made this one 4, but whatever. We'll leave it.
Leave it at 3. Leave it at 3.
The top 5 snacks at Walt Disney World. What
Dole
are they? Yup. Number 1.
Corn dog?
At Walt Disney World?
Okay, never mind. I take back that guess. Because you didn't.
I didn't say eh. I just felt like you rushed into that. I was like, that's actually really not a good guess. I guess corn dog nuggets. But no, okay, whatever. I won't give you.
Okay. So I guess so we're talking snacks. Mickey bars?
Yep. Mickey Premium Ice Cream Bar is the full name.
And then pretzel. Mickey pretzel.
Nope.
Wow, that is offensive to Sarah.
The last 3, I'd say 1 I disagree with, and 2 I don't know. I know you've heard of, but I don't know if you would think of. So this one actually is, that's why I made it 3 of 5, and they're kind of hard.
Okay. So I've got 2. Big victory there. Just need 1 more.
Well, and I gave you a big hint. To me, the first part of what I just said is a big hint.
You don't agree, and that's a big hint?
Yeah, I don't agree that this is one of the top 5 snacks at Walt Disney World. Maybe it's not that big of a hint.
Okay. Is it something that can be found, or either of them something that can be found in every park, or is it like a one park signature thing?
One of them might be at multiple parks, but the other, I'll give you another hint then. One of them is pretty generic. You can get it lots of places outside of Disney World too. One of them is specific to Magic Kingdom, though it also could be found outside of Walt Disney World, just not themed, I guess. And then the last one is specific to a country in Epcot.
Okay. I'm going to guess school bread.
Wow, that last hint really did it for you.
I'm thinking, like, can I think of any specific snack that is so World Showcase? And then, wait, can I guess the other ones? Churro?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't agree with that.
That's the one I didn't agree with, too.
They're everywhere, but they're not good. So I guess it's fine. And then the other one, I don't know. What's the other one?
Gaston's Tavern Cinnamon Roll. People.
Okay, when you said one was unique to Magic Kingdom, I thought was the Cheshire Cat tail.
I think it's similar vibe. Like, to me, those are in the same category of, like, you can get that type of pastry bread thing lots of places, but the theme of it, Gaston's Tavern versus Cheshire Cat, like, really not special. But
no, not special, but
popular nonetheless.
I've heard good things, and people describe it as like ooey gooey, so yummy, get extra icing, and then in all the pictures and videos, it doesn't look ooey or gooey. So I'm not opposed to trying it.
Not ooey or gooey.
Sorry,
maybe
I
if
should
it's
not
fresh.
critique. Maybe let's try it. Let's try it when we go in a few months.
Oh yeah,
and
that's true.
Less than a couple months, actually.
Yes. Okay. Did I already give you popular rides? I'm trying to make sure I'm giving you the credit for the right things. Oh, the beautiful.
I got beautiful.
Yes.
I know
She's an
beauty.
expert at beauty. Okay. So you are now at -1.
Sarah from the future here, she's actually at +1.
So you did pretty good in that section. You gained a little bit. So well done there.
Let's go, USA! USA! It's the Olympics are going on as we record this.
Yes. It's a great time to be an American. Okay. This next section, I don't think that there's much of a theme here. It's just kind of variety. All right,
Mickey miscellaneous.
Sure, something like that. Okay, what is the signature? Oh, okay. This one is actually the same question, but one for each of the parks. So you could potentially get 4 points here if you get all 4 of these right. Obviously, okay. That's how math works. Okay, what is the signature dining restaurant in each of the 4 Walt Disney World parks?
Okay. Tiffin's at Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's 1 point. I'm net 0 now, baby.
I was pretty generous actually. Now that I think about it, to say each of those is 1 point because could have done that.
Yeah, you were.
3 of the 4.
I know it's not Le Cellier at Epcot, but I'm going to come back to that one. Well, is it Le Cellier? No, it's not.
Technically, yes, but it actually has 2. And so I said I would give you the point if you got one of them because the other one is so signature that most people have never heard of it. Or at least normal people.
I was just listening to a podcast where they were talking about that one in particular, and it was Unlocking the Magic. And even Bruce and Connie, who like want to do everything at Disney World, were like, that will probably never be worth it for us to try. Because you have to like dress up and stuff.
And it's like, I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour ordeal. Like it's insane. But so Le Cellier is like the main signature one that people can actually
Gotcha.
do.
I thought it wasn't Le Cellier because I knew there was a fancier one. What's the other one's name?
Monsieur Paul from the France Pavilion.
People
Gourmet
don't even
French.
talk about that. That's like not even, no one even considers it.
No, exactly. That's why I was like, I hadn't heard of it until like last year. I think there was a couple that's actually originally from Oklahoma that went, and there was a YouTube video on it. They're called Addicted to the Mouse, I think. So if you guys out there listening wanted to look up kind of what the experience is like, that's where you'll find it. But I don't think there's a lot of content on it because people just aren't willing to bite the bullet. I don't know how much it was, but I think it's crazy.
Okay. Well, I'm now up 1 point, right?
Yes. Let's see. I haven't plugged it in yet because you're at +1.
Yay. Okay. Let's go to Magic Kingdom now. And my brain goes to Cinderella's.
Yep.
Okay, it's that. Yay!
Oh, I shouldn't have given you credit because I thought that was locking it in, but you were thinking out loud, but that's okay.
Well, no, I couldn't think of another. I was going to lock that in. The only other one would be the Beauty and the Beast one, but I don't think that that's as fancy.
Yeah, no, agree.
Okay, yay. Okay, I'm 3 for 4 now. What park am I missing? I'm missing...
Animal King. Oh, no, you already said Animal.
No, I'm missing Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hollywood Brown Derby.
Yep. Nailed it.
4 for 4, baby. She's back and better than ever.
Man, I'm glad you did well, but that one was a little bit too easy. But you could have easily gotten tripped up. You could have easily said like overthought it and been like, oh, it must be, I don't know, Beauty and the Beast. Or
I normally wouldn't get Tiffin's, but I think I just saw a YouTube video, and I wish I could give the guy credit, but he went to Tiffin's and he was like, this is their signature dining, so fancy.
Wow. It was fresh on the mind. That's why that's not why we consume all of this content, but that's why we know all the random things we do when we're with our family or whatever. And they're like, how do you know all this? It's like, because I'm just constantly consuming
It's
content.
called addiction. Be grateful it's not something worse.
Yeah, this is our coping mechanism, and it's healthier than many. All right. Next question. What are the top 5 categories? Oh, this one you I think maybe 4 out of the 5, and we'll be flexible on how the wording of how you submit it. What are the top 5 categories of merchandise sold at Walt Disney World it's like basically by like number of units sold per year, approximately.
Okay, do you mean like clothing is its own category or like Mickey ears?
Well, both.
Okay. So I'm going to go with...
Oh, and a bonus point if you can get the number 1 item correct.
Okay. Will you tell me what the name of the category is? So if I say Mickey ears, you say, yes, accessories or whatever.
Yeah.
That way I won't waste a guessing Mickey ears and headbands or something like that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, because you're kind of zooming in and out. You can't really tell.
Yeah, okay. Clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Food and drink.
That's not merchandise.
Oh, okay. Doesn't count then, because that would be a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. Pins.
Yep, that's its own category.
I said clothing. I said pins. Accessories.
What did you say before?
Mickey ears.
Yep, that's its own category.
Oh, okay. Mickey ears. So what about like the little shoulder pet guys? The ones that like people magnet on.
No,
that's not in there. People have those all the time.
I think that's part of a different category. Sorry, this is a confusing one. I knew this one would be confusing.
Okay, so I've gotten...
What category would that be part of? That's a broader thing.
Accessories? No, because you're... Would it be about a part of like IP merch, stuffed animals, something like that?
Plush toys is what they called it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's one more category. So...
But I got 4?
You got 4. I didn't say 4 out of the 5, but I think 4 out of the 5 makes sense. So I think you
did
got
say
the
4
point.
out of the 5.
Oh, maybe I did. Sorry. Okay. But try to come up with the last one too, if you can.
I'm thinking head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
What is the thing that people always collect too much of and it clutters?
Oh, those little like backpacks?
No, but that's a good idea.
Like spirit jerseys?
Nope. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Mugs. And drinkware. That was the last one. All right. So which one, for your bonus point, which of those do you think is the first place one? I just told you mugs is the last place, but.
Out of all of those, probably plush items?
Nope. It's Mickey ears. Mickey Minnie ears.
I thought about that, but I was thinking like the number of people wearing Mickey ears doesn't seem to be as high as the number of like kids that want their stuffed animals. I don't know.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by it too, but I think it's because people will have like a few plush toys or like let their kids get just like one or whatever a trip. But like people want Mickey and Minnie ears to match like every outfit. And they're a combination. They're like the adult plush toy plus a wearable accessory. So it's almost like the cross section of like apparel and plush toys for adults plus kids. I don't know.
I get it. I guess, but also like I'm not a Mickey ears person, which you would not believe just listening to my podcast, you know?
Yeah.
I think obviously we're huge Mickey ears people. Sarah, I think you have like one pair that you've never actually worn in a park.
Yeah.
And I have never worn any in a park, and I don't own any.
Yeah, they give me a headache, and I usually like need a hat, basically. I just need to wear a baseball hat because I don't know exactly what gives me headaches, but I know that it helps me to be wearing sunglasses and a hat all day when it's super sunny, because I have like light eyes, like brightness makes me squint all day, and I think the tension of all of that and just all of the bright light makes me have a headache like every time if I'm not wearing a hat and stuff. And so it's hard to do the hat and ears. I have considered like the hats that have the ears on them, but I don't know. I just don't. I like the other hats.
It's kind of crazy that I didn't guess mugs, because I'm much more of a mug person, because I'm so practical that like I don't want to spend $25 on an accessory I will only wear at the parks. I would much rather have like a little keepsake that I can enter into my everyday life. I was drinking out of out of a Disney World mug this morning, and it brings me so much joy.
Yeah. I in a way I was kind of surprised you didn't come up with that one, because I do feel like it's the most obvious of like what we like, but you probably I'm thinking you probably just didn't consider that everyone else kind of has that same attachment.
Well, I was thinking all the others as wearables, even the plush items. I started out thinking about like what do people wear in the park.
That's why when you were like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, I was like, think about something that you, I don't know. I was like, I almost said in the kitchen, and that would have definitely given it away though.
Oh yeah, it would have.
The clutter in the kitchen. Okay. Next one. Okay, this is an Animal Kingdom one. What are 5 of the 7 lands in Disney's Animal Kingdom Park?
Okay.
This one is tricky because a few of them are really easy, and then a few of them are like, how long ago did you last look at the map? Because it's hard to.
I need to get 5 out of 7.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna start with the freebies, basically, which is like Pandora, Africa, Asia, Dino Land, if it's still on there. That's 4.
Yep.
So I need one more.
Yes, to get it. Actually, now I'm looking. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Sorry. Yep. So you need
Tree of Life. Is that its own area?
It is, but that's not the name of it. If you can think of the actual name of it, I'll give it to you.
I don't know. I feel like there's also like a Bugland or something like that.
No.
There's. Okay. Africa, Asia. What's the place with Rafiki's Planet Watch called?
That's the name of it.
Oh!
So you got that one. Nice. There's
Yay.
2 others. Do you want to try to get them, or?
Harambe Market? That's in Africa, isn't it?
No. I think there's one that you'll be like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that. And then another one you might be like, I've never heard of it before.
What is it? What are they?
Well, the name of the island that the Tree of Life is on has a specific name. Do you remember the name of an island?
No, I already guessed my 5.
Oh,
you tell me now.
I thought you were going to try. Discovery Island is kind of, that's like the hub, the central piece of the park. And then Oasis is the name of the entrance area because it's so big, like all of the kind of plants and animal exhibits, that area toward the beginning is called Oasis.
I did not know Oasis. I would not have guessed that. Discovery Island, depending on like what Disney content I've consumed in the last month, I probably could get that, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. I was like, I like vaguely remember Oasis, but I would have never come up with that. All right, so you got a point. You're at 5 right now, so you're doing good. I told you. I was like, I just thought that this one was relatively easy. Okay.
I have 5 points right now? Is that what I'm at?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, what a comeback story.
Yeah, it was
Very
really
Olympics of me.
Yeah, I did that on purpose to make it Okay, this next one is actually going to be, I don't know, I might have to skip around because there's a lot of them, but there are multiple different types of ride system at Walt Disney World. And some of them have obvious names, they're kind of self-explanatory, and some of them are not so much, but you have to name, for each one of these, I'll tell you the number of this type of ride, this ride system, that you have to name like the attraction. Does that make sense?
I think so. So you're going to tell me the name of like the type of loading, and I'll tell you something that uses it?
Yeah, it's not just the loading, it's the whole ride. But yes, you have.
Okay.
So, for example, Flume Ride is a type of ride.
And that'd be Tiana's.
And
Bayou
they're
Adventure.
Yes, but I'm going to tell you how many of them you have to get.
Oh.
Yeah. So this one, Flume Ride, I'm going to actually say you have to get 2. And there are only 2. So basically you have to come up with the other one. What is the other one besides Tiana's, aka Splash Mountain? That is technically a Flume Ride.
Oh, Frozen Ever After?
Yep. Nailed it. All right, so that's a point for that one.
That's kind of a weenie answer. I mean, like, I think of a Flume Ride as being like, you're going to get wet, and you don't get wet, really, on
yeah, you get
Frozen Ever After.
splashed like a little bit if you're on the sides, but
it's very mild. Like, babies can go on it, I think.
Yeah. All right. On this one, come up with 4 of the 5 listed, they have 5 listed, but there may be more than this. This is just the ones they came up with on this list I looked at. But boat ride.
Okay, boat ride. We've got Living with the Land.
Okay, wait just a second. Sorry, I lost my spot. Yes.
Got Living with the Land. We've got Jungle Cruise.
They didn't count that one, but it has to be one.
That is a boat ride.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Even though they didn't list it for some reason. I think because it's not a ride vehicle. It's an actual boat. But they're fake steering, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, okay. I have to get how many?
4. So you have
4. I don't think there are any at Hollywood Studios, at least none that come to mind. Magic Kingdom. What other ones could there be? My mind goes to Disneyland with the storybook, whatever that is called.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not a thing. In Epcot, there's the boats that get you from one side to the other. Does that count?
No, it's not a ride.
Lame. I've only gotten 2.
You've only gotten 2, and it has 5 here listed, and you only picked 1 of those. So there are actually 4 left on this list. I'll give you a hint. 2 of them are in Magic Kingdom. 1 is in Epcot, and 1 is in Animal Kingdom.
Another one in Epcot?
Mm-hmm.
Another one in Epcot. Does it include Frozen Ever After as also being a boat ride?
No, but I don't know if you've gone on this one.
Have I gone on it? Okay, so I'm gonna focus on Magic Kingdom, where there are 2, and I've gotten 1 of the 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, you haven't, because what's it called? Jungle Cruise was not on this list. So there are 2 that you haven't listed that are boat rides in Magic Kingdom. And they're popular, both of them.
Why can't I think of them? Oh, Pirates
She's
of
frozen.
the Caribbean.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. So I'm up to 3 in total.
Yes.
Why is this so hard for me?
I thought this one might be a little tricky because it's like too broad almost. You have to really nail things down.
Wait, how many did you say were in Hollywood Studios? 0?
Yeah, none of them. No, none in Hollywood Studios.
Cali River Rapids, is that considered a boat ride?
No. That's a specific
Navi River Journey.
There you go. All right, so that was your 4. Good job. The one in Epcot is Grand Fiesta Tour, which is with the 3 Caballeros. Yeah, which is very much a boat ride, but it's like we skip it almost every time.
But it's really cute. I don't know why we do skip it. I really like that one, actually.
Yeah, I think it's because it's like out of sight, out of mind. Like it's not like super in your face when you're walking by it because it's like the restaurant and then at the back of the restaurant.
I didn't know it existed for a while. So that's one of the reasons I didn't go on it.
The other one is probably one of the most iconic rides of all of Disney World and Disneyland, and it's called It's a Small World.
Oh, gosh. Block it out.
She's like, I'm scarred.
Yeah, I should have guessed that one. It's a cute ride. I just wish it was like half the length and less annoying.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones where I'm like, if they fully reinvented it, people would be so mad, but I would not be one of those people.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think it could go like, it would be a good one to like put in Walt Disney Presents, so you can like look at some of the like figures and their outfits up close, and like, you know, like I don't need to like hear the song over and over, but I love looking at the outfits and stuff. I just sometimes wish I could see them up closer.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
Yay, I did not think I was gonna get that one, so thank you for the hints.
Nice job. Okay, there's so many more. I'm trying to decide which ones to do. I think I'm gonna do trackless ride system, and you have to get 3 out of 3 because these are newer.
Trackless ride system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yep.
Ratatouille. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, or whatever it's called. And trackless. What else is trackless? have to get all three. Rise of the Resistance.
Yep. Got
Yay!
it. Nicely done. Okay. This next one is one. There's just only one ride like this at all of Disney World, and it is a drop ride. This is a gimme.
Tower of Terror.
Yep. I just had to do it because it's one of one. It's so special. Okay, so far you're doing really good on this one. Let me come up with one that you're not gonna have as easy of a time with.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. I mean, this is gonna be the last one of this category. The ride system is called the Omnimover.
Omnimover, yeah.
Okay, you've heard of it. Never mind. You have to get 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5.
Okay. Do you want to describe what an Omnimover is? Because this is probably the least self-explanatory.
Well, you already know what it is, right? So it's not giving it away. Whenever I read this the first time, I could have sworn it said omnivore, but then I'm reading it now and it definitely says Omnimover. So I really thought it was like, I don't know. I thought it was like a stupid name for something. Anyway, so it is basically a ride system where it's on a chain going around the whole ride. And the chain system is covered up and kind of smoothed over so you can't really see it. But you're essentially just moving in a constant circle. And usually it's pretty slow, but it's just a very efficient way of doing things. You're getting on a moving vehicle.
Okay. Number 1, Haunted Mansion.
Yup.
Number 2, Journey of the Little Mermaid.
Yup.
Number 3, The Seas with Nemo and Friends.
Yes.
Good. Okay, let me think this
The
through.
last two, I will say, are a little bit trickier. They did not come to mind for me right away.
Spaceship Earth.
Yep. You already got the point.
Woo! Okay,
Can you come up with the last one?
Can you tell me what park it's in?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. There's another one. Oh, is it like Snow White? No, it's not.
No. That's a roller coaster.
Oh no, sorry, not that one. I was thinking that's Disneyland.
You're thinking Disneyland. That one might be, but I don't know.
Peter Pan?
Nope.
Okay, what's the last one?
Buzz Lightyear. It's just tricky because you can control the direction you're facing. Most of the time you are controlled, but that one you get to make the choice.
And Spaceship Earth is tricky because the ride vehicle is different. It's like you're always facing forward, and in Haunted Mansion and Seas with Nemo and Friends and The Little Mermaid, it kind of, you're like in almost like a clam shaped thing that will move you to face the direction of whatever they want you to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at 10 points, by the way. So, well done.
Crushing this. I was dying in the first half. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
This last section, I'm trying to decide if I want to make it kind of crazy. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Like 7. It's like the 4 parks, the 2 water parks, and then Disney Springs are like the categories. I want to say it's all or nothing, plus 7 points or minus 7 points. So
gosh.
You're not going to be negative regardless, but I don't know. We'll just, I kind of like that.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Okay. So you have to say what the closest resort to each of those things is. Just not like,
I'm going to lose this.
Okay. We'll just do each one then.
I'm fully going to lose this. I don't have the map in my head like you do.
I know. I kind of wanted to test you on the map situation. Okay. So what's the closest resort to the Contemporary?
Sorry if you can hear that.
Just gave it away. Dang it.
Contemporary is the closest to Magic Kingdom.
You would have gotten that. You would have gotten that one right anyway, I think. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry. Judy is going crazy. My dog has found a toy and she's losing her mind, and I just took it from her and she thinks I'm going to throw it. Poor girl.
Well, she's just really excited about the potential of going to the Contemporary. This is
Yeah,
the
she
last
would love that.
This is the last set of questions, so you'll get to go play with her very soon.
Okay.
Closest, you should know this one. Closest resort to Epcot.
To Epcot. Walk. It's gonna be like Beach Club?
Yep.
Yay!
Wow, doing great. Okay. I'm just keeping score. Beach Club, you're at 12. All right, closest to Hollywood Studios. This one's a little bit trickier.
Studios. This one is tricky because there's no walkable.
It is walkable.
It's okay.
You
Boardwalk?
just may have. Yep. There's another one that's about the same distance walking.
Swan and Dolphin, maybe?
Yeah. So the Swan is closer, but there's no walking. Like the walking path, you have to go across the little pond river thing and to like the boardwalk side and then cross back over later on. So it actually takes like a minute longer to get there, even though it's technically closer than the boardwalk. So boardwalk
Interesting.
is really the closest with the walking path opportunities you have.
Slay. I'm slaying.
You're doing great. Okay, this one's easy too. Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Exactly. Nice.
That was a freebie.
Yeah. Disney Springs.
Disney Springs has got to be closest to Saratoga Springs.
Yep.
I would not have known that if it weren't for our last trip there because I'd never explored any of the resorts in that area. I would have probably said Port Orleans if I hadn't seen it for myself.
Yeah. I think these next two are the hardest, but the first one you should definitely get per like what you just said, like because of our last trip. The very last one is the trickiest, I think. Okay. Blizzard Beach. Closest resort to Blizzard Beach.
Coronado Springs.
Yep. Nailed it.
Just talked about that and how Coronado Springs was almost Blizzard Beach Hotel.
Yep. That's why I was like this. That's one of those things that like neither of us would have known that. How long ago? What time? When was our last trip? I don't know. We
March.
We wouldn't have known it before then, basically. Okay. Last one. And if this was all or nothing, that would have been, this one would be really tense. Typhoon Lagoon. What's the closest resort?
Typhoon Lagoon. I am going to say it is the closest to, I'm going to say Animal Kingdom Lodge again.
Incorrect.
What is
You're
it?
very off. Typhoon Lagoon, if you remember, we connected through Disney Springs. And it's on the other side. So there's Saratoga Springs, then Disney Springs, and then Typhoon Lagoon, and then the other resort right there is the Riviera.
Really?
And, yeah. So your only way of piecing this together, it was going to be like a long shot regardless, I think, because like you said, you don't really have it like memorized, but I've said before, whenever I stayed there for 3 whole weeks and I had my car with me, anytime I would want to resort hop, I would almost always go to Disney Springs, park there for free, and then get a bus to the Riviera because it's so close to Disney Springs. And Saratoga is like not the gateway to the world, but Riviera is because of the Skyliner and everything. But that was kind of the only way I was like, maybe you could guess that one. But
that was
very
a tough
good.
One. That last one was tough.
It was a tricky one. All right, you ended with 14 points.
Sarah from the future again, and Molly actually ended up with 16 points.
So that is why I didn't.
Who would have thunk in the first half?
Well, I did. I was like, you're definitely going to get a positive number. But there were some in there that were a little tricky. And I think the difference of this is like most trivia, it's like there's one right answer. For this one, you had to like list a handful of things. It would have been really hard if I was like, you had to get every single thing right, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that would have been brutal.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have gotten any points. Well, there were a couple where I had to get all 3, but I would have been very negative.
Yeah, it would have been rough. But you did pretty good. You knew your stuff. I think the one you struggled on the most was the boat rides, which is so random because that was most people were probably like, I know that, even if they weren't Disney experts.
I don't know why I couldn't think of boat rides. I was like, come on, Molly, what's a boat? What is a boat? Think about a boat. I was like, really, like, which ones have water? Which one's a big water thing? And like Small World, water is not like a big feature of it. You're just on water.
No, it's literally like, what are the dark rides that just happen to have boats instead of, like, they're basically like, it's like the Omnimover and boat rides sometimes kind of fall into the same. But the one that I'm curious about is like, kind of to your point with Frozen Ever After, like what makes that a flume ride as opposed to Pirates? Because to me, those are very similar. Is it like
why did I guess Frozen Ever After?
In the drop, like maybe the drop has to be a certain. I'm guessing it's more like the design of like the ride itself.
I think it is,
but
I think that Frozen Ever After is guided by the bumpers on each side. Like I think the boat goes at a certain speed, and maybe. I think that it's not on a track. It's just on a tight canal.
Because Pirates, it's a lot of water, and you're probably being pulled. It's probably more like
I think they're like chains on the ground.
Like yeah.
Well,
that makes sense.
Anyway, I feel very victorious. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The crowd goes wild. And that's all we have. And I am shocked that this took us over an hour. But so it did. And it was fun. I had a good time. I think that's all I have. Molly, do you have any parting words, especially for the Olympians and the Americans out there rooting on their team now that you are a victor of sorts?
I just would like to say that the crowd engagement means everything. So support your local Olympians in all their endeavors, be they American or otherwise. Also, I'm also learning a lot of the crazy good athletes from other teams are actually also Americans that just live in other countries now. So you're welcome, Japan basketball team.
Anyway,
I wonder if the Olympics are really cool time to go to the World Showcase. I wonder if they've like screens up. That would be cool.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, if they did some kind of a collaboration situation, that would be a good idea.
I kind of doubt it because NBC is showing the Olympics, and NBC is not owned by Disney, and they be petty like that.
Yeah, that would be a match made in heaven if ABC. But yeah, you're right. I think it's been like on Peacock/NBC, so probably not likely. But anyway. Well, thank you guys for listening. I think Spotify now has the ability, I mentioned this before, to comment on episodes, which is new. Previously, we could ask you like a question or like post a poll or something like that, but now you can just comment. So if you have thoughts, ideas for future episodes, whatever, feel free to comment them in Spotify. That would be fun. And as usual, feel free to give us a review if you liked it, or share with your friends. And I think that's gonna do it for today. So we'll see you later, Castle Dwellers.
Bye.
Bye.